What comes around the corner when we're talking about sales? What kind of different things are important within that?
So I think the first thing that's very important to know is that sales is just a skill set. It doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert. It doesn't matter what kind of personality you have and if you're good talking to people, yes or no. Sales is a skill set. It can be taught. The same as any other subject you had at school. It can be taught. And some are better at it than others. But, you know, if you sell in your own way, everybody can be successful.
So Shima, I know you have an online sales school. How did that come into being?
It took me a while. I trained entrepreneurs while I had a full-time job. So I was vice president of a tech company globally where I trained my team. And once I started working with some entrepreneurs and building their sales strategy, I realized how little people knew about sales. And I started to talk with different entrepreneurs who have their own company for like a couple of years, or some of them who are just starting. And I asked them about their sales. And I said, okay, you're running your own company. Can you tell me what you do? And they all had so many beautiful products, so many beautiful services. They're so enthusiastic about what they have made, right? And you can see it. You can see their passion. So I asked them and say, okay, how do you sell? You know, how do you handle objections? How do you build your funnel? Lead generation, how do you get new customers? Some of them looked at me blank in the eye and were like, oh, this is not going well. I'm making them nervous, I think. And I was like, okay, hold on. And others were like, no, you know, I do marketing. I'm like, okay, but marketing and sales, they belong together. One cannot live without the other. That's just true. And marketing needs a portion of sales, whereas sales needs a portion of marketing. And all of these questions, they just didn't know. They were like, okay, I don't know. I didn't know this was sales. Well, what I hope to see is that entrepreneurs and people start to realize that it's not that scary, that they don't have to be pushy, and that actually it can be very fun to work on your sales. I want people to realize the same as my customers have realized while I was working with them, was like, oh, this is sales. Oh, but I can do this. This is not difficult. So you need to understand how sales work. You don't need to become an expert. Know enough to implement it.